hello, hello. Hi, Serenity. Oh, thank you for the resub. Sorry, this month's been kind of a bust already, and it's only, what, the second week? Sorry about that. How are you guys doing? Yeah, I'm using it today because I am sick and I didn't want to put on makeup and I want to dress up today. I am sorry. But I am still here, as are you. How's the audio and stuff? We okay? Thank you! I think Gabe gave it to me. He comes back from Gen Con bearing germs. Oh, thanks, Alice. Yeah, I was gonna skip it again because I did last week because Gabe was gone, but I couldn't, like, take care of the dogs and stream. It just would have been a huge headache and they would have been barking and stuff, so skipped it last week. And I was like, no matter what, I don't think I can skip it this week. I mean, as you can see, people like Serenity subscribe to me, so I don't want to let you down. But, you know. Gabe, how could you? Also, thank you for saying they're cute. These are the stickers for this month's Patreon, so I'm gonna color these on stream. So you guys can see how I do that, and for those of you who are on my Patreon tier for these, you will be getting them. So, a double fun. Gabe is also sick, but he's downplaying it. We're technically both sick, so I guess I can't be too mad at him. But it couldn't have come at kind of a worse time as I am trying to gear up for Dragon Con, as well as just getting out the Patreon stuff before I leave. So, there's a few things in there I just wish could wait a bit, but they cannot. Aw, Serenity. See, at that point, I wish you were on Patreon instead so I could at least send you physical things, you know? Like, if that's one thing I don't like about Twitch, it's that, you know, the subs don't inherently get something physical. Me coming off the mobile game train and, you know, people just buying virtual things made me so sad. Because it's like, you know, you deserve something physical, you know. And I know I offer those ATCs every once in a while, but I don't know, man. I'd rather you get, like, an actual story or something. Oh, good! I'm glad you like that. Yeah, I thought that'd be actually kind of fun to do. I've never done a calendar, and I thought, well, I'll make it, you know, functional as well, so you can have, like, a coloring thing that's fun, and then, you know, have the actual calendar that you can use. I thought that was cool. I tried to think of something that would fit the kind of stuff I do, but still not be too crazy or anything. The phone one was kind of tough to figure out. It's weird, I'm in mobile games for like 5 years, but for some reason, you know, doing a phone background so it's universal for everyone is somehow difficult, which is very strange. I just want to make sure everybody could, like, you know, position it however they wanted to. Zoom in however far they wanted. I think it did it. Okay, it's free. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, and you choose me? Oh, Serenity. You're the best. Thank you. That's so special. How's your guys' August been? Let's see. Those two aren't aren't stickers. These are stickers. I think we still get ads now, though, even if we are like Twitch Prime, don't we?
You don't.
I do, though, sometimes.
That's right.
And then it says this ad supports Twitch. I'm like, okay.
Oh, that might be supports that specific person.
That's weird, though. Health-wise bad. I'm sorry. Does that have to do with like your sleeping schedule issues still, or is this something different? Oh, that's good, Alice. Sorry about your shoulder pain. Hopefully it's been manageable. I was just gonna go right into coloring these, but then I realized that I would like thicker outlines on them. Has anybody been watching any cool shows lately? Chronic fatigue syndrome. Is it similar to like narcolepsy in a way, but just instead of being like tired or falling asleep, you're just always exhausted? Hi, Emily. Yeah, it has been, for sure. I appreciate you dropping in and saying hi. Hope things have been well with you. What?
I was gonna say, yeah, and the little pooch, but no, the little baby.
The pup?
The pup. Yeah, you.
The wee pup?
Because everybody tells me, like, oh man, how's the pup doing?
Right, that's our baby.
Yeah.
So you just associate it. I get it, that's fair. The little pup is doing good, she said.
Oh, good.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. Anything special happen with her lately? She do any speaking or anything yet? Can you guys hear me okay? I know because I'm sick, I'm kind of mumbling, so... And I've got the tablet in front of me, so let me know if I'm mumbling too much. I can tell I'm sick when I actually have, like, I get tired from projecting my voice, which right now I kind of am. Like, I'm getting winded just doing that. But I'm not gonna cancel another stream. I'm at least gonna stream for an hour, and then I'm gonna die. Oh, first giggles? That's cute. Aww. How's her voice? Does she have a cute little giggle voice? Oh no, Serenity. Long story short, is there something you can take for it or not really? It does sound extremely complex. Of course, Emily, of course. As you should be. It's not curable? Or treatable? What? So you can't even alleviate your symptoms, really? Is it one of those things where caffeine makes it worse too? Like, so you couldn't even get energy off it? In this day and age, how do we have things that aren't treatable or curable? Really?
Besides AIDS.
Well, even that, like, that's been around long enough, we should have something. It's ridiculous. And that's the point where I start thinking it's a giant conspiracy and they just want to keep us sick. That whole thing. Oh, they have to fade on their own. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I suppose you'd know, wouldn't you, Alice? That's gotta be frustrating. Oh, Emily. That's so cute. What does she like most on the walks? I bet she likes birds, doesn't she? Goodness, Bruni, jeez. She gets so into chewing that she chokes. Brilliant. Gabe, is she okay? Is she just breathing into it?
She's got her mouth like
In
on the hole of it, and there's enough hole out so that it's echoing.
But it sounds like she's choking.
It does, but it's just her growl like going, her snort going into the horn.
Oh goodness. Oh, trees. Damn, that sucks. At least you know what it is though, Serenity. I mean, I always hated hearing from people that they didn't know what they had and how absolutely just terrible that must feel that you have something, you know you have something, but no one knows what it is. I guess it's good at least you know what it is. Oh, no worries, Alice. That's true. First giggles is pretty much an occasion, I'll say. Oh, Serenity. I'm so sorry. Really? You're still saving? Come on. Uh-oh. Why are you crying? It's true. You are very strong, Serenity. And I mean, if you didn't tell me that you had a sickness, I would have never thought you did, because you are very strong about it. August, Woolly Bear. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you, Emily. Give your little one a nose nuzzle for us. Nose nuzzles. Eskimo kisses. Serenity, does it ever help to pretend and make you feel better too, you know? The fake it till you make it sort of thing. Oh goodness. I'm very out of it. Are you kidding me? Where are all my... That's really good, Serenity. No, thank you. They're woolly bear caterpillars, actually. In Germany, do you guys get woolly bear caterpillars? They've been my favorite insect since I was in like 6th or 7th grade. They, I wrote a little story, like one of my first real stories, I guess, was about woolly bear caterpillars. Because they have this mythos that surrounds them about them being able to forecast the upcoming winters. So I called it Which Way Will the Weather Go, Woolly Bear, which has a ton of alliteration, and if anybody knows me, you know I'm a fan of that. So it's actually kind of a tongue twister. But I just really wanted to kind of do something in my older age now to commemorate them again, because they're so lovely, and I love them. I love them still. So I figured this would be a good way to do it. Uh-oh. Plague of moths. No! That's not good. I remember usually seeing them around the time school started, so that's also kind of why I picked August for their month. So in the Patreon, you know, package for this month, I'll give obviously the lore that they've, you know, grown accustomed to having, but then I'll probably embellish and throw in my own stuff too, just to make it even a little bit more eccentric. I even started having a different story for them when I was really into shoujo and you know, magical girl comics and stuff. I got into wanting to make a story about this little woolly bear that it's basically Princess and the Frog, but with a woolly bear instead. Like, he was the prince of the Fae or some crap, but he turned into a woolly bear. And he fell in love with the girl that gardens the garden he rules over, and I don't know, it was cute. But it was so anime and sappy that I think it lasted for a year in my head, and then I was like, nah, this isn't, nah, I don't care about this anymore. It's one of those things where it's like, you go through a phase and you do something kind of, I guess, reactionary to that phase, and then after the phase is over, you're like, yeah, no, I don't, nope. So that is pretty much what that was. But I still like Woolly Bears. Really, Serenity? That's crazy. How long did they have to be evacuated for? Like, what does that mean even? You had to kill all the moths? Is it something like that? Oh, they're poisonous. Oh, goodness. I don't know if we've ever had any crap like that here. Wow. Does everyone get reimbursed somehow or something? Or what? Like, what happens when something like that happens? Because, I mean, that basically takes everybody out of their daily grind. I don't know why he's using my mouse. I've been using my mouse this whole time. You have a cold too, honey? So attractive, all of us being sick. It's their hair. Oh, okay, so it's more for the people who usually suffer with allergies? Like, if people don't have allergies, they don't have to really worry as much? Is that part of it? That is crazy. Oh, wow. That's incredible. So, the woolly bears didn't come around because of these moths? Or what happened with that? Hi, Meow Meow. How are you? Meow Meow. Oh my. I just want to curl up on the couch, have some tea, and watch my stories while doing work. I guess it counts as a soap opera, doesn't it? Don't even do that. Oh, Gabe. How you been, Meow Meow? Oh, goodness, Gabe. Wow. I'm gonna read this later. That's crazy. Oh no! They had to flame them? Oh no. So did these moths though eat the woolly bears, or what happened with that? Yeah, Gabe was the one that sneezed. He sneezes like hella hard usually. We're both sick. It's whatever. He went to Gen Con, he comes back, gets me sick, he gets sick, and we're all sick. And then I have to go to Dragon Con in like 2 weeks. So hopefully I can at least stay on schedule. 'Cause if I can't, that's gonna suck. Meow Meow says hello.
Hello. I blame the bus station.
You know what? That is probably fair game too.
Everyone there looked like they were dying.
That's very typical of public transportation. Yeah, it really does, Alice. That's so scary. You've never seen a woolly bear? Aww. That's tragic. Woolly bears are adorable. They're sweet and they are safe. They won't hurt you. They're adorable. They're little sweeties. They're always just found milling across the road. It's cool too because they actually have built-in antifreeze. So, like, they technically kind of hibernate, which is really cute. I don't know, I love them. They're wonderful. Next to moths, they're probably my favorite thing. Them and bees. It's really weird because I've always liked bees, and ever since the bee scare started happening, more people have grown sympathetic to bees. But I remember liking bees growing up, and everybody was like, why do you like bees? They're horrible, they sting, and they're annoying, and they buzz everywhere. I'm like, no, they're really cute and sweet. You know, because most of the time you see the big bumblers, you know, and they're just going about their business. You know, they're not, you know, they're drones. They don't usually have stingers or anything. They're just meant to collect. So, like, people still got scared of bees back in the day. And I think it was because a lot of kids, I'm going to actually blame the movie My Girl, too. For when, you know, kids would get stung, and then if they're allergic to bees, they're going to die. Like, bees back in the day were more scary to people. But now they're little angels, where it's like, I've always liked misunderstood creatures, for the most part. Though centipedes can take a hike, they're the only thing I hate. I hate them. Ugh, centipede. Look, look, look. So, Serenity, was it easy for you to find the links at the bottom of the Patreon update, seeing as you got them? I'm worried that some people didn't even see them because it doesn't seem like Patreon kind of calls out the digital rewards at all. Maybe that's why a lot of the people that I pledge to use Dropbox for it. But I don't know, it's weird that they'd have the option for you to use it, but they don't really call it out as a big deal. Isn't that weird? Okay. So you didn't accidentally think they were like, I was afraid somebody would think they're like hashtags or something, because the hashtags, when you do those too, they look almost identical to the attachments, which is really weird. Do they not show up in email? Oh god. feel like that's something Patreon should get better with. They're pretty good otherwise, but yeah, sometimes I feel like some of the things are a little bit either hard to see or understand or something. Well, I hope we can stay at 200 so I can keep those calendars going. I actually thought that'd be cool. Serenity, what do you think? Do you like the idea of a colorable calendar? I had the idea like a couple nights before I even made them, because I was like, I need to think of digital rewards, and I didn't want to do something normal, because that's lame. You too, Alice, if you're still here. Do you like the idea of those digital rewards? Seeing as, you know, you guys are patrons. Oh, you do? Cool. I thought it'd be better than just having, you know, like a calendar on its own, because I thought about making an illustration every month, you know, for those. And I was like, you know what if we made it so they could just color it? So it made more sense to do it that way. Oh, good. Wonderfully interactive. I dig that. Thank you. It seemed to kind of match my style, too. You know, the idea of a calendar. So I dig it. That's awesome. And it's fun, you know. And then, I don't know if anybody else feels this, but sometimes if I buy a calendar, like a legit calendar, I won't actually use it. I get like, I don't know, calendar anxiety or something, where it's like I don't want to write anything on it. I don't want to destroy it. I usually used to keep them for the pictures, and it's kind of why I bought a whiteboard calendar, so I wouldn't have to, you know, actually muck up a real calendar. So the fact that these are printable, I was like, well, maybe somebody else has the same problem I do. Oh, you gave up on calendars? I feel like they can be hit and miss for sure. I think the last one I actually had was a calendar of manatees. It was very cute, but like I said, I didn't want to use it because the pictures are so cute, and I don't know, I didn't want to screw it up or something. Oh, but see, since you're getting digital ones now, Serenity, I'm turning the page for you. All you gotta do is print it out. Or, you know, you could just do it in Photoshop. Or like an image editing program, just like, you wouldn't even have to print it out. You could just use it as your wallpaper or something and write things on it digitally. That could be cool. You can tell I've been at my desk too much because my trapeze muscles hurt real bad on my right arm. I think I'm sitting funny. Ah, true. Yeah, I do try that. It's tough though. I think it's more of like a soaking thing. Like I should probably either soak it in something or like put a heating pad on it, one of those scenarios. You guys hear Bernie snoring? Alice, did you say you're done with school? I agree, Serenity. I actually drew this and I was like, oh man, that would make a nice pen. I don't know about the woolly bear being in it or not, but I dig the leaf.
Or something else.
Oh, Patch. That's true.
You know what too?
What?
You can ship patches like super cheap.
Oh, that's true.
A stamp.
A stamp?
A stamp.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me explain why.
Wow.
So.
Okay. Are you gonna?
No.
Oh. Why would you lie to me? It's not funny.
Funny.
Get out of here.
Out of here, Gabe. Jerk.
You're a jerk.
I think you know why. I think you know why.
Shipping?
I'm
What?
just saying, like, you know,
Media mail?
it's bendable.
Oh,
It's not bulky.
that's true.
And if it gets wet, it gets wet. That's fine. This is cloth.
That's true. That's a good point.
It's a win-win.
So Gabe and I bought a Cricut, which is one of those like cutter machines. So that's why we can do stickers easily now without having to go through a company. So that's nice. It's a little expensive, but we got it kind of on sale, which is good. But we're also thinking about getting an embroidery machine so we could make patches. So that could also be cool. But that is also another giant chunk of money. And that one will need to be revisited after Dragon Con, I think. Especially since we have no time. I barely have any time to make the Patreon stuff this month. So I'm really scrambling pretty hard. What is that? Why is that there? Get out of there. Get out of there. You're not wanted here.
Get out of there, you wiener.
So wait, do you have winter classes then? Next up, Alice, or? I thought you were gonna graduate soon. Am I thinking of something else?
She was.
And then she switched?
And she had to take a break.
Oh yeah, I totally get that. Breaks, man. I'm glad it's becoming kind of part of our culture, though, to encourage to take breaks. I think we're a little slow to the uptake, where like places like, Norway and Finland and places like that seem to be a lot more sensitive to, like maternity leave and things the human condition needs.
Mental health.
Mental health, yeah. Where it sucks though, because it seems like the people of America are wising up to it quicker than companies. Because companies still seem to have the go, 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 we need this done yesterday mentality, which really doesn't help anyone. That's okay though, Alice. You're doing it at your own pace, which I think is important. You know? That's a good point, Serenity. Well said. Alright. I don't actually think I needed to color this one. Maybe I do. I'm trying to figure out which one should actually be the button. It'll probably be this one up here, but let's just focus on these other ones. These two will probably actually be in the story part, so they're never usually colored. But we'll see. Oh, come on. Sometimes my pen thinks it clicked and it didn't. Just to help out, I'm gonna actually make a all-inclusive mask here, so even if I go outside any of the bounds, it'll be okay. It's like I can do this, and that's fine. So that's good. I can't really do that. And get rid of his little antenna. Colors are a little off on all these leaves, but that's okay right now. Still not done. Hey, what are you gonna have for dinner?
Sure. Oh, wait. The rest of my lettuce?
Rest your lettuce?
Yeah, my little Caesar salad.
Alright. Kristen, how are you? I'm sick, so is Gabe. But it's nothing too bad or anything, it's just stupid cold. Just puts a dent in our processes, but we're fine. It's no big deal. I probably won't stream too long though. I just thought I'd get these stickers done. I think your girls will like these, Kristen. They're pretty cute. Is it? I'm glad. I'm actually very happy to hear it's relaxing. I think after the stream's over though, I'm for sure gonna need to go into the other room and draw. Because my arm right now, like that part of my arm is killing me. It is on fire. I usually don't get like drawing problems either, so I'm usually very lucky, but right now it is just death. I don't get wrist problems, I have this shoulder thing. Oh no! Oh, well, if these end up on the wall, please do not blame me. I'm so sorry in advance. I just figured stickers might be better than pins.
Pins in the wall?
No, just pins stuck on people's butts or something. I don't know. I was worried about the pin aspect of this because I was like, well, if I eventually want kids to get these, do I really want them to have pins? Probably not.
I wonder if Kristen has a Cricut.
Kristen, do you have a Cricut? Or an embroidery machine, by chance? We were doing research on those. We wanted to make patches. We found a couple that we'll probably look deeper into, but seeing as how you're, so deep into it. Oh, you do? Oh wait, that's how you do your little clothes, isn't it? It's weird, Alice, because it's like I don't understand how I'm using this muscle. Because it's like I don't feel like I'm using it. It's just, I guess it's just stuck in the same position for a long period of time. So, I don't know, it's weird. Oh, the machine needs to be mastered. I see. Because, yeah, we're just looking for one that's just an embroiderer. We don't need the combo sewing machine. Because, I mean, I've got a sewing machine. I don't need it to do the thing. But Gabe and I were thinking about making patches. Because we like making enamel pins and stuff. But honestly, you guys, enamel pins are such a pain in the ass to do. But patches are pretty fun. Let's see. Really? I'm starting to hate my Cintiq. It's getting too old. It's doing this thing where I'm trying to like hold down the button and it just won't do it anyway. So it's being really finicky. Mayflow? Oh, Mayfox. She's been doing silkscreen patches. Which those are a little bit easier to do. Just because you kind of just make your own block and then, do it from there, but because those are usually like handmade. We're talking like the embroidered ones. Hers are silk screened, which is basically like ink through either a screen stencil or a block pressed onto it, and I think she's been doing the block press. But Gabe's done a lot of research on which ones. So we'll probably end up getting one. It's just they are expensive. We also have a Cricut though too. That's how I'm able to do these stickers.
Is she a cricket?
I don't know. I'm not sure why she'd need one.
So like cut out patterns.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Kristen, you have a Cricut too, or just the embroidery machine? She has brother scan and cut.
Oh, that's like
Yeah, we're looking at multicolored. We wouldn't ever hand do these, so, you know. Gabe found a couple that are pretty cool. We just gotta swap out the thread. Oh, really? Gabe, do you want to take down that name? Thank you, Kristen. It's kind of weird gearing up for a con again, since I've been out of doing cons for so long now. Like, the last one I did was in May, which doesn't feel like that long ago, but if I think about it, it kind of is.
Can't find it.
Did you copy paste?
Yeah.
Is it Imperial Girl? Maybe?
I'm a real girl. Oh, but it isn't true.
Huh,
Yeah.
that's funny. Wonder why she calls herself that.
It's just imperial now.
Just the cute little ones that are more graphical. Serenity. I think a lot of them, a lot of the stuff I do, you know, that I'm doing like for Patreon, I feel like could be very much that. So like my little thistle guy, he would have been, I think, a decent patch. Because this guy at the bottom, he would make a cool patch. But I don't know, just other things too, like I would want to make cute patches that are like, you know, just cute things. I'm just trying to think of other products that aren't too kitschy but are still in the realm of like what I can do, that sort of thing. Like I don't want to do keychains probably or anything like that, but I want to do the things that kind of speak to what I do anyway. So like ultimately what I would like to do is get to the point I have stories and I'm making plushies of the characters from those stories. And I do have a friend that makes plushies and sells them at conventions. I also have Kristen here who makes handmade plushies, which are like extraordinarily cool. But I'd have to make them pretty cheap for me, unfortunately. It is, and it's not. Like, once we get the machine, it should be pretty easy. It's just having the time to do it. So, like, that's what's hard about these stickers right now, is I have to figure out how to work the machine and do these before I leave for Dragon Con, while still, you know, doing all the other crap I gotta do. So that's gonna be the hard part of that. But honestly, it just seems like a learn the machine thing and then it'll work. Oh, I know how to vectorize it, Kristen. I think that's the least of my problems, I think. I think the problem I'm gonna have is honestly like changing the thread or doing any physical things with the machine. I'm more worried about that because I know how I was with a sewing machine and me and bobbins don't get along. But I should be okay. Like in terms of the vectorization and stuff, I'm not worried about that. Thank you for the forewarning though. Oh, the plushies for the story. Yeah, that one's, like I said, long term. Very long term. But if I'm gonna be doing kid stories and stuff, it really made sense, you know, to start thinking about that side of it. It's always good to think about the end game, you know? Just don't live in the end game. I think a lot of people, like, think about the ending, they're like, yeah, that'd be so cool, and then they just stay there. They don't actually do anything about it, and then they tell people about it, and then, you know, they get the praises for thinking it instead of doing it, and then they don't feel the need to do it anymore. Because they already got the praise for it, so it's like, okay. Yeah, basically. Oh my god, Butters, your breath is so bad. Gabe, I gotta tell you, this Alexa thing. Good, she doesn't hear me. She is the worst at answering questions. I mean, so bad.
What's she do?
Well, she just doesn't know anything I ask her. Like, I always have to ask Google. I'll ask Alexa.
Well, she's not Google.
No, but she's supposed to answer questions. Yeah, Bruni and Butters are okay. Butters won't take any of Bruni's crap. Sometimes Bruni literally bulldozes Butters, and she'll just like put her head down and just kind of walk steadily and push Butters aside, and then Butters will just get mad at Bruni and then yell at her. Bruni and Chancho, though. Bruni and Chancho have a much more calloused, huh?
Volatile.
Yeah, a little bit more of a volatile relationship. They need to work on it, to be honest. Like they're both kind of possessive. It's because they're very similar, I think, is why they're having trouble. But I think eventually they may be okay, and if they're not, we're gonna get them classes to get okay. But for the moment, they're just kind of. Some days they play together, some days they're fighting more than they're playing, that sort of thing. I feel bad for Bruni a lot of the time though, because she really just wants to play. And she's still a puppy, and I think the other dogs forget she's a puppy, and they just think she's some jerk, you know? But it's like, no, she's still a baby. Sniggle! Thank you for the resub, Snig. How you doing? Yeah, Chancho definitely has a bit of a Napoleon complex, to say the least. But Butters has this awful, awful breath. And then she'll sleep on my lap majority of the day. And then she'll wake up, and then she'll breathe on me, and it's, oh god, it's so bad. It's worse than normal. You just woke up. Did I break my face cam? No. I am sick, and I did not feel like getting dolled up. I mean, it's not like you guys aren't worth it or whatever, but I only planned on streaming for like an hour because I got no energy right now. I'm just kind of like, bleh. I just all out didn't want to cancel the stream again because I canceled last week. So, you know. Hey, Ben Snag, what have you been doing? You've been doing your medieval fighting in this heat? Oh, Butters, you're gonna fall, honey. You gotta be careful. It's a pretty sweet existence. I should have colored this in Clip Studio too. These lines are destroying my face. Butters, knock it off. Put your foot down. Stinky. So stinky. Oh yeah, your birthday's in August, isn't it? I think Sean's is in August too, actually. Do you remember that? Pretty sure Sean's birthday's in August. Don't ask me how I remember that. I don't even know. It's today! Oh man. Damn, happy birthday, Sniggle.
Birthday, Sniggle.
Aww. You must not have put it on Facebook. Facebook didn't tell me. Happy August 9th birthday! That's gotta be kinda cool then. In 2010 it must have been 8, 9, 10. That's kinda cool. And you do, daily. Good work. You're fighting the good fight, my friend. Happy birthday, blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Butters, would you rather be in the ground? You're so stinky and you're really warm. Here, honey. Go on this pillow. There you go. That's gonna be a lot cooler. Yeah. I know you love me. I'm glad you love me. But you're too damn hot. You're like a fleece blanket. How's your temperature, Gabe? Are you? Trying to figure out how I want to do this leaf. That was cute. Do it again. Usually do it in threes. Oh, those count. Oh wow, really? Do you get a lot of people, Sniggle, that are in there because they have, like, they're trying to channel their anger issues? I'm serious. I could totally see a bunch of people like, I should do something about this. And like, maybe they don't want to join martial arts or something, so they're like, weapons. That seems like a good idea. Haha, Alice. LOL. I can tell because I'm not in the mood really for this right now that I'm not making the best decisions. But that's okay. I'll go over it again later. I'm getting hungry though. Are you hungry? Really? Oh, that's fair. That's better than what I was thinking. Like, I was hoping nobody goes in there, you know, with the excuse, well, this will give me a reason I can hurt people, and it's under the guise of, you know, winning, you know, that sort of thing. Which I partially think it's why parents sign their kids up for sports, so they have a place to let out their aggression. But who knows? ACL, Armored Combat League. Oh. Is that different than what you do? Because yours is historical enactment martial arts, something like that? Enhancement, maybe? Historical something. What is the difference between ACL and HEMA? Is it the historical aspect? Oh my god, butter is so stinky. Oh wow, okay. What are you doing, Choncho? Why are you boofing? Gabe, did I tell you about the cicada that Bruni found? We went outside the door and it fell on the ground right in front of her. And she started nuzzling it because she didn't know what it was and it was making the noise. And then it flew away, but she was like, oh my god, what was that? It's pretty cute. Sometimes Butter stares at me like she's so mad at me for putting her on the ground. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, like MMA. So they're just doing whatever they can to win, where Hima's actually like trying to have some etiquette with it. That makes sense. At least people got options, that's pretty nice. Oh wow, Sniggle, really? That's crazy. So that was a mistake then, not to be repeated, I'm guessing? Oh, right, Alice? Yeah, faces are difficult. The best thing you can do when learning to draw faces is to figure out the formula of how to draw a face. So a lot of the time you want to kind of quickly, roughly map out where the things on the face will be, and then to kind of double check your measurements by using a piece of the face. So I would rough out where, eyes, nose, mouth, whatever are, and then kind of do a little oval of how big you think the eyes should be, and then figure out how many eyes away the bottom of the nose is, and then how many eyes away the mouth is, and then cross-reference that with your reference you're actually using and look at, well, his eye is, this many from the bottom of the nose, and see if that matches up with yours. If so, you're on the right track. If not, your eye might be too big or too small. So, oh, you did an angle looking up. I would do a couple fronts and sides before moving on to like foreshortening. Foreshortening is tough for like me and Gabe even now. Like, it's not anything to mess around with. It's serious business.
It's usually not even really like used most times, like it's like an unflattering view.
That's true. That's a really good point.
Like even in movies and stuff, like it's very rare that you see an up shot.
Oh, you gonna bark at me? Yeah? Old lady. What do you want? What do you want? What? And? Why? Why doesn't Papa hold you? Give her a hug here. I think she wants a hug.
Hey.
Go on, Papa. Hi, Super Frenic. How are you? He's working on it. LOL. She took a screenshot from an ad and went with it. Hey, there you go. Yeah, I still have problems even with my pet and armor portraits where if there's foreshortening on a hand going back or forth, it doesn't matter. It's hard. Sniggle's asking if you're going to be sick next weekend too.
I don't know.
Probably not. He just got something from Gen Con and gave it to me. So. And then after he gets back from that thing, then I have to go. So, Sniggle, it's gonna be you, Cass, and Gabe?
Ren.
And Ren? Ren's going? To the Zine Fest?
Yeah. Well,
Is it mainly to see Cody?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Hang out.
That's cool. Huh?
Cass will be there.
Yeah, that's true. It's gonna be lit. Well, good. You guys should have some fun.
Play some board games and try some shit.
Yeah, are you gonna bring some of your board games you got? Which ones?
I'll probably bring at least Terra Below.
That's a big box.
Yeah.
Oh, is Ren driving then?
I don't think so. I don't trust this car.
I thought it was a new car.
It is, but it's not.
Oh,
Like, he's already had problems with
so it's still used.
it. Yeah.
Oh, didn't look like it.
It doesn't, but it's not brand new.
Weird. That's okay, somebody gotta take care of the dogs. Yeah, Cass keeps forgetting too that, like, Gabe and I will most likely never be at another place together again. Just because, or at least for a couple years, because of the dogs. So she keeps asking if I'll be there. It's like, well, if Gabe's gonna be there, then I'm probably not gonna be. Dogs aren't used to people watching them yet. Truth. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna stream much longer, you guys, just because I am still feeling like crap. At least I did for a little bit, though, right? That's important. I gave it a go. like a dog school. We have boarding houses and things, but I really don't trust anyone with a bulldog because bulldogs are extremely like a learned maintenance type thing. Like I would only trust someone I know, like Gabe's family or something, to watch her, because they require a lot of maintenance. And not everybody wants to do the type of maintenance they require. So I also wouldn't want to trust a boarding house with that either. Stop being sick quick. Man, I wish I could, you know? It's not one of those things I could just snap my fingers at. Well, let's see. I'm still not happy with this one, but I'll figure that out another time. I just wanted to mainly get flats done on these right now. I've been doing non-stop traditional stuff, so doing some quick digital seems to be alright. Gabe, did you want to say anything? No? Okay, sorry to be so short today, guys. I did want to try streaming more often, and since I've got my little GIF thing up here, I think I might, but I've got to catch up on a few of these commissions and then I'll get back to it. But thank you Serenity, thank you Sniggle for the resubs. Sorry I've been kind of MIA this month, but hopefully I can make it up. You too, man, we miss you. I look forward to hearing stories from you and Gabe and Cass, so hopefully I'll see you sooner than next Friday, everybody. But thanks for stopping by.